guys. Welcome back to another week, Mortgage Matters in Minutes. Again, I'm your host, Brent Rasmussen, owner of Mortgage Specialists. Today, we're talking about, do mortgage lenders actually care about repairs? Meaning repairs that are written in a contract, repairs that might need to be done per a home inspector. And the answer is it depends. It depends on what the repairs are. So why are we bringing this up today? We're going to have a conversation of what's happening again in the real estate market is that many buyers are now able to ask a seller for a home inspection, and that's coming back as a yes, we'll allow you to do that. Well, after the home inspection happens, generally there's always something that's found, and the buyer then wants to ask the seller to fix it. Do lenders care about every little thing on a home inspection? Generally, no, we do not. We're looking for safety, soundness, and structural issues. So who in the lending world performs that inspection for us, the lenders, is the appraiser. And the appraiser is not a home inspector. They're going to walk the property, look for any major safety defects, any soundness defects, or any structural damage that could cause major issues to that value of the property to decline, or it to be a very expensive repair that the buyer might not be able to fix. So, and hence asks and puts that in the appraiser's report for underwriting to address. There is no black and white list in the market of what specific items a lender is requiring to be fixed or repairs being done or whatever the scenario is, but the underwriter has the ultimate say on what it is they find out about. So if they receive an addendum or a purchase contract that says, due to this issue, if that verbiage, whatever happens due to this, due to that, or this or that, is bad, sounds like a safety or a structural or a soundness issue, any lender in America can ask for that to be repaired. And I know a lot of people would state, well, it's a conventional loan, they don't have a right to ask, and that's not how the guidelines are written with Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac, or FHA and VA. So we understand what happens much of the time. What we see is an addendum might be written after the home inspection, or the home inspection released, and it states in there that, hey, in lieu of these items, such and such and such need to be fixed. And in lieu of, we will give the seller will provide $2,000, $5,000, $10,000 in credits instead of doing the repair. Obviously, I've been teaching courses for 20 years, and I speak about this obviously a lot in class because we as lenders, I as a loan officer, do not like the verbiage in lieu of. It means instead of, it means in exchange of, meaning, hey, look over here, there's something bad, we're going to give you money for it, regardless if it really is bad or not. So it kind of comes to the definition here of what is safety and soundness. If we have normal wear and tear, we're fine with normal wear and tear. If there is material defects, meaning major issues going on with the property, yes, that can be called. So the answer to this question today is it all depends. How big of an issue is it? Can it be repaired very small, easily? Or is it something that's going to affect the structure or the soundness of the property moving forward? For example, we've had a transaction where on the second floor of the house, there was a deck that was torn off. The door to the deck was not locked, and the appraiser called and said, hey, this is a major safety issue. If someone opens that door like a kid or an adult and doesn't read maybe the paper sign, they could fall out that door assuming there's a deck out there. That's now a massive lawsuit among everybody involved in the transaction, from anybody that knew about it to realtors, to appraisers, to underwriters, to loan officer, you name it. Obviously, we can find our way out of the liability, but it does exist. And we understand that real estate professionals and realtors are there to protect their buyer or their seller. So how can we work together to possibly get the transaction accomplished without bringing a small repair item that needs to be done? And I would tell you a majority of the time, 99% of these items that get written in a contract are very normal repairs that most people can do. A lot of times there's not enough days prior to closing to get some of these things fixed. Or the buyer just says, hey, I'm going to do it myself, whatever the scenario is. But I would suggest to you, if you're a real estate professional or a client, draw up a separate addendum of what you want to happen and draw up a separate addendum for the lender, possibly that just says here. And I hate to say it that way. I don't want anyone to misconstrue not providing information to a lender. But if you know these are normal safety or non-safety or soundness issues, such as drywall patching or a leaking this or a small item that, just take care of those things in a separate addendum and give us one that says, hey, closing costs change to this, sales price change to that. Keep it very simple. Try to leave out the verbiage as is or in lieu of. And again, this is just a lender's perspective. I am not giving any legal nor real estate advice in regards to this, but we as the lenders are involved in the transaction. We give lots of calls back to realtors after receiving an addendum that says, hey, are you sure you want the underwriter to see this verbiage? And we try to catch it and ask, what's going on? Oh, it's a small thing here, a small thing there. Great. Again, lenders aren't going to care about small things, but the underwriter doesn't know what's going on until we show them what's actually occurring and happening. I've seen a lot of addendums that say, hey, per the home inspection, list out all these items here. And again, I've seen that situations happen where an underwriter or a previous lender could say, now send me the full copy of the home inspection. Now we want to go through and start fixing a lot of things to make sure that that first-time home buyer might not have a lot of money after closing. So that underwriter looking at the whole particular loan package might say, hey, this person's very tight on funds. If something big comes up, they're not going to be able to afford the repairs, and hence possibly a quicker chance of foreclosing. And if that is the case, again, a normal underwriting guideline that can be asked, if anything. So hopefully you gain a little bit of knowledge here. What we are saying here at Mortgage Specialists is obviously, again, don't hide any real estate problems by any means, but be knowledgeable and careful about what specifically you're writing in a contract, because underwriters are going to read about those repairs. And if they feel that they're strong enough to be resolved or fixed, they do have a legal right to ask for those per the lending rules. This was our 150th episode of Mortgage Matters in Minutes. We hope you enjoy them. We hope you get a little bit of knowledge, experience, and wealth moving forward with lending and or how it affects real estate. And we'll see you here next week for our 151st episode of Mortgage Matters in Minutes. Have a great rest of your week. Mortgage Specialists. Driven, trusted, reliable.